Hey everyone, we're so excited that you're here for another wicked video from MindRead here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we'd like to invite you to do so. And tap that bell to receive notifications, then you'll never miss our latest vids. Additionally, we'd love you to like, comment, and share our videos too. Thanks so much. We love you. Alright, so in this amazing video, we're gonna take a look at the 10 most unusual animals in the world. So, this will be exciting and fun, and as we do a red hot look, we'll give you some cool information on each of them as we get closer to the #1 spot. What do you think the most unusual animal in the world is? We'd sure love to hear about it in the comments section below, and don't forget to let us know why you think so too. Great, let's totally discover the 10 most unusual animals in the world for this brilliant countdown here on MindRead. Let's go already! Number 10. At our 10th spot, we can tell you that the Markhor is here to say hello. In fact, this exotic wild goat is also known as a screwhorn goat, and it's easy to see why. The head is obvious and well adorned with long corkscrew-shaped horns. It can kill prey, like snakes, for defense in the wild. Unlike most goats though, which can appear a little silly in nature to be fair, the Markhor has a definitive and remarkable majestic pose, with a long beard that clearly demonstrates its true wisdom. The species is a rare success story, with far-reaching conservation efforts, and its numbers have gone up by around 20% in recent years. It's no longer on the endangered list, which is super awesome to hear. You'll find the Markhor in the mountains of Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, the Himalayas, and also Uzbekistan. If you want to see one in its habitat though, you'll need to plan on hiking to high elevations and remote ranges where it's most likely to be grazing. This unusual looking goat takes our number 10 spot in the countdown today. Pretty cool, right? Number 9. At spot number 9 in the countdown, we have footage of this unusual animal. Another type of goat, actually. You might even like to type fainting goats into a search and you'll be lost watching hilarious videos for hours and hours, mostly because they're ridiculously funny. Also referred to as myotonic goats, these domestic animals have a very strange muscle reflex to any fear-based situation. When they're frightened, their muscles go completely stiff and the goats actually fall over. They can be seen with legs in the air. A very funny sight, don't you think? Their very unusual reaction causes no pain, and the goats recover after 15 or 20 seconds. The process is blamed on a rare genetic disorder that somehow made itself hereditary, and still baffles scientists as to why this occurred at all. Despite this flaw or tick, many people around the world keep these goats as pets, and some even breed them for milk or meat. Their fainting instinct is actually an asset for farmers, because it stops them from jumping fences and escaping when they're afraid. We love this number 9 spot in our unusual countdown today. Frightened and fainting goats, who knew? Number 8. At the 8th spot in our countdown, we can tell you that this animal is known as the Saiga antelope. This very beautiful creature has an unusual snout with large vertical pointed nostrils similar to those found on an anteater. As well as its extraordinary appearance, it's also distinguished by a very remarkable and exceptionally sad backstory. In 2015, Saiga antelope in central Kazakhstan began appearing weak and uncoordinated before dying in mass numbers. In actuality, some 200,000 of them were wiped out over the course of just a few days. It required years of thorough and full-on investigation to work out that they had passed away due to a mass bacterial infection in their snouts, a completely naturally occurring phenomenon. Between this massive infection, severe habitat loss, and overhunting too, the Saiga antelope faces a very long road to recovery. But you can still find big and migratory populations in Western Mongolia, Russia, and Kazakhstan as well. We love these guys, and hopefully their numbers can increase again real soon. Number 7. Spot 7 goes to this footage of the sloth, with their sad-looking eyes, often smiling mouth, teeny tiny ears, brilliant stubby tail, and the innate ability to turn their head a mind-blowing 360 degrees. Sloths are definitely one of the most distinctive-looking creatures within the animal kingdom. Famous for their lethargic prowess, they can often be found in the treetops where they lounge around, nap intermittently, and graze. They move very little, and when they are ambulant, it's a very slow process. In fact, the sloth only defecates and moves its bowel around one time per week. But in case you thought they were lazy, think again. In fact, this inertia is actually a well-honed defense mechanism for its survival. Sloths are so good at blending into the environment that predators often zoom past without noticing their presence at all. The animals can either be two-toed or three-toed and are found in Central and South America, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica too. They are well loved by Homo sapiens and also captured for black market trade, which is exceptionally unfortunate. Number 6. At the 6th spot in the countdown, we're super stoked to show you this unusual animal. Here we have the Marabou Stork. This large bird can stand up to 5 feet tall and has some strange nicknames, including Nightmare Bird and Undertaker Bird. The names are not totally inaccurate, actually. And with its long legs, massive beak, and red neck pouch, it's pretty disturbing looking. Even stranger is its penchant for eating human garbage and wearing its own feces like it's a fashion. Still, seeing one is great for checking off the bucket list, and seeing is definitely believing. These beautiful but smelly Marabou storks live in Africa, south of the Sahara, and also within the heart of South Africa's Kruger National Park. They take the number 6 spot in the countdown for their look and their strange fecal prowess, which may or may not be alluring to the other sexes within the species. Swipe left or right, Tinder for birds might actually be a thing. Number 5. Here we have this amazing footage of this unusual animal. The Ivory Dolphin is a dolphin that's easily distinguished due to its unusually short beak, its obvious rounded head, and its flexible neck too. This makes creases behind its head which distinguish it from other species. The species is most closely related to the orca whale, in fact. Additionally, in its appearance, the dolphin has more similarities with the beluga whale, even though the overall color of the Ivory dolphin is quite obviously darker. Actually, the underside is lighter and the back is dark gray. The animal has 12 to 19 peg-like teeth on either side of the left and right jaw. Females of the species have a smaller dorsal fin than the males, a shorter body, and lighter weight, which distinguishes them from the other sex. Ivory dolphins' weight ranges from 198 to 440 pounds, and they have a length which spans up to 9.1 feet. Ivory dolphins can be found in discontinuous subpopulations near seacoast and in estuaries and rivers in parts of the Bay of Bengal and Southeast Asia. The dolphins are carnivorous, social, and have a speed of around 15.5 miles per hour. They live for around 28 years, give or take. Number 4. At spot number 4, we're excited to show you the pangolin. Pangolins are the only known mammal with scales. Their habitat covers parts of both Central and West Africa, and also India and Southeast Asia too. When threatened by predators, pangolins roll up into a defensive ball, which is protected by their armor-like coating of amazing-looking keratin scales. Unfortunately, these insectivores are one of the most illegally trafficked animals in the world. Their scales are thought to have medicinal powers in parts of Asia, and although an international ban exists on their trade, the numbers of wild pangolin have dropped drastically due to overpoaching. Number 3. Here in the countdown, the 3rd spot goes to this unusual animal known as the naked mole rat. Naked mole rats are a common sight in East Africa, where they burrow into dry grasslands of Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya as well. The naked mole rat has intrigued scientists for decades thanks to a multitude of biological traits. Naked mole rats are unusually long-lived for rodents, and many have been documented to live for up to 32 years of age. They are also resistant to cancer and are capable of living in an environment with just a minute amount of oxygen for hours on end. They are a common sight in zoos across America. The naked mole rat is definitely unusual looking. And so, along with its traits which baffle science, including its longevity as a main player, well, we think it's highly deserving of our number 3 spot within this awesome countdown today. Don't forget to comment below and tell us what you think the most unusual animal in the world is. We'd sure love to hear your thoughts on it. Number 2. Here's our best pick, which features at the 2nd spot within our awesome countdown. We'd like to thank Jillianne from the USA for sending in this awesome pic of the snake spider. Wow, at first glance, this looks as if it's a snake and a spider, not one animal. But yes, it really is. In fact, the snake spider is a hybrid. If the words horned and viper weren't enough to give you a scare, it's only been recently discovered. And there are very few of these animals out there in the world, we hope. And unless you live near Western Iran Iran, you don't need to worry about running into one anytime soon. Thank goodness for that. That's the stuff of nightmares for me. The reason the snake-spider hybrid exists the way it does is so it can use its tail to bring in its prey. And now, the Environment Department of Iran is being encouraged to protect them from extinction. But they can keep them in a national park maybe, or perhaps place them on an island on their very own so they don't affect local human population. Thanks for sending it in, Jillian. It definitely deserves the spot here at number 2 for our best pick. Wow. Number 1. We made it, everyone! The number 1 spot is finally here! So, are you ready to discover what the most unusual animal is? Great, we're super excited too! Let's get to it! The red lip batfish actually looks a bit human due to its lips. So let's find out about this unusual creature found on the Galapagos Islands. In fact, this fish is actually a pretty bad swimmer and uses its pectoral fins to walk on the bottom of the ocean. The other traits of the fish are definitely its unusual looking lips, which are still freaking us out here at the channel. It also has a special body part that extends outwardly called an elysium. After the red lip batfish fully matures, its dorsal fin becomes a single spine-like outward projection that comes out of the top of its head. The batfish uses the elysium as a way to lure prey near them. At the top of the elysium is an esca. The esca pushes out a bright light, and since these fish dwell in deep waters, the brightness of the light lures out other fish to where the batfish is positioned. The esca then lures the prey to the batfish, which allows it to eat those small creatures which fall into its trap. Red lip batfish have extremely bright lips, as we've all noticed, which allows humans to distinguish them from other types of batfish. Many marine biologists believe that the bright red lips of the red lip batfish may be used to enhance species recognition during spawning, but this research is still not concrete in its position and is only a hypothesis at this stage. It does look pretty awesome though. Swipe left or right? Tinder for oceanic creatures. It might be a thing, you never know. We're super stoked you could join us today here at MindRead. Do you have any amazing ideas for our videos? If so, please let us know below so we can give our viewers the best content on the net. And before we go, we'd like to challenge you to be the first comment, just for fun. And if not, we'd love to hear something from you anyway. We certainly love reading all of our viewers' comments, and we're super happy that you could join us today from wherever you live in this weird and wonderful world. Stay awesome, and we'll talk to you real soon, guys and gals. I wonder what our next video is gonna be. I can't wait to see. See you real soon.